Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Ascent. I just took a couple of missions, and one of them was to get science data from space around Minmus. So we had that SP1 Minmus out there. I went ahead and took that one. It did give us some money and some science. And then this next one was we've started constructing the first station around Kerbal, and I think that's when I docked those two together. So that's clear. We're going to warp to next morning. Yep. And we are going to use the same rocket that we sent to the moon, and we're going to send it to Minmus. We're going to try a better launch profile this time. Oh, well, we could change it when we get out there. I'm going to change the name from Sci-Lander2 to Sci-Lander2. It's not fair to give it that same name. We went about 2/3 plus a little. Put the SAS on, and let's find out where Minmus is. Minmus. It is. It's on its low side. It's on the low side, but not too bad, I don't guess. Where is the sun? The sun is there. So the way I do it, putting the sun here, Kerbal here, and then take a look and see where our target is. It's here. It's not a bad position to launch, but technically it's not. Ideally, it's not a good position to launch either. So we won't have any power. If we're right here, we won't have any power because we'll lose power behind Minmus. But we will have a connection to Kerbal. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get on. We should technically go over here. Well, we'll launch during the day. So here goes the launch in 3, 2, 1. We will wait till we get to 100, and then we'll tilt over to the east. Okay, here comes our roll. Basically using some fins there. Until we get through this first atmosphere, our solid fuel booster is almost empty. There we go. We're going to maintain that until we get through this first layer atmosphere. Oh, let's go ahead and turn that on. It was a cloudy morning. Going through at 8, we'll turn again at about 10. We won't go too far. We almost went too far last time. Try to keep that centered there. I didn't change the clamshell on this. I wanted it to be clamshell, but going through 22. There we go. We'll tilt on over. Hopefully we can have a better profile on this. Let's check our altitude. A little better profile launch. The last one was up to 200,000, something like that, 180. I don't want to spend too much time in the atmosphere. We're at 42. We're going to go ahead and break the, well, we might still get a little warm here. Because we have to make an inclination change. And that's going to take a bit. 77 is the altitude of our station, so we'll go up to 80, just a little higher orbit than it. We'll go ahead and break the clamshell off. Open our solar panels. We're at 60,000. We shouldn't have too much air resistance up here. I didn't want that to break off. We're going to leave the other one. Open the antenna. Extend the antenna here. We should be fine to go ahead and do this one. We have 90 meters per second. So everything was set up okay. Yep, everything's good. We will be at 80,000. We'll hit the... We want to pay attention to our 1 minute. Now, what is this 2 and 3 going around? Okay. It's going to take 451. This is 3 and 2. Every time I drag out the... Is it like 200, 300, and then I'm in the 400s? I'm not sure. Let's get on target here to make our burn. We have 26 seconds. It's a 16-second burn with this engine, but we're not going to have this engine. So we're going to go ahead and break this off and start our next 17 seconds. That'll fall back to Kerbin. I thought about adding extra fuel, but when I did, it gave us less Delta V. Just adding a small little rocket there, or small little tank. This plus a small tank. I think that did it. Yeah, 104, a little high. That's okay, 78. So we're in a stable orbit. We're getting these orbits down. Ooh, is that the moon or is that Minmus? Oh, okay, that's the moon. Don't want to shoot the wrong way. Yeah, it's going to be a nighttime burn for Minmus. Let's set up a maneuver node. Oh, Delta V 1,193. It only takes like 800 and some to get out to Minmus. Let's change the name. We need to do that. Rename the vessel to... It's a probe right now, but it'll be a lander. So when we land. So Minmus, where are you? Right there. Set you as target. Find out where our ascending, descending nodes are, right here. So we'll need to make a... It's a descending node. You want to make a normal burn until the descending node and ascending node swap. That's 100 meters. It's 200 meters. That's 237 meters. Got to do it. We got to do it to hit Minmus. Else we're flying too high. We could come over the poles. We don't actually have to use the 237, but c'est la guerre. That's what we're going to do. So we will make a burn in 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and F5 save it, speed up time. It's an 8-second burn. Let's get on our target. Make the burn in 4 seconds. Close enough. Now we're in the same plane as Minmus. So when we burn on the nighttime side, up here at our apoapsis somewhere, we'll get us a good there goes the 2 is staying put now. I don't know why. Oh, they're going out. Not sure what that was. Was that an intercept of... Right, there's our encounter. Let's take a look at it. Nice, nice, nice. 921. To me that sounds a little bit fast. I don't want to go 900. Let's go back. Kind of looking at the angle we are from it. If I was to slow down a bit, and then rotate, wait just a second for the orbit to go. Wait just a few more minutes and then go out that way. Maybe we'll come out in front of it. And we could hang out and wait for it to come to us. We're at 919. I don't think I can get away with it, can I? There is our... Yeah, I went higher than it. Don't really want to go higher than it. Puts us in a retrograde burn around it. I guess that'll be okay. Still 921. And as we fall back, we'll get a, well, we're not going to fall, we're going to land if we can. 921 meters per second. Let's see what, 953. So that's what we're going to do. We'll have a little bit to play with. That's locked in. We've got 10 minutes to get there. We'll F5 and save it. Plenty of solar power. I love these solar panels here. Let's go ahead and speed up time. It's a 28-second burn, so we're going to need about 16 seconds, 19 seconds, 20 seconds, 14 seconds, 14 seconds. It'll be on the dark side. Two minutes. We have power. Okay, let's turn SAS off because that uses electricity. And let's get to our maneuver node slowly here. We have one more stage and it has 848 meters per second in it. That's going to be our slowdown and our landing stage, I guess. Okay, and we've got about 12 seconds to go here. And we'll make our burn. SAS is on. Here we go. Burn for Minmus. Stop it when it gets to 0 here. I'm starting to count back up now. Oh no! What in the world? Let's turn around. I should have been watching it from the map view. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Waste of Delta V. Skakers. Okay, there it is. Let's see how much Delta V we have now. 13. We got our intercept at 13. Focus. Yeah, we're on that side, so that's okay. Got to make a burn over here. What's it going to take? Boom, it's going to take 210. It's going to give us 600 to play with once we get out there. Yeah, we'll keep that. We are on our way away from Kerbin. No sun at the moment. We'll turn SAS off, save as much battery as we can. We should put it in hibernate mode, but we're going to be out. We're going to be out in the sun here in just a moment. Speed up time. Oh, how long is it going to take us to get out there? Minmus encounter in 11 days, so we're going to have 22 data when we get out there from our space station. Kerblab1, just a laboratory up in space, getting science for us on a daily basis. As long as we don't run out of, science experiments to do. On our way. This is an attempt to land on Minmus with a science probe. Minmus should be coming around over here. Now we went higher in our orbit so that as we come down, Minmus will pass right underneath us, and then we'll be in a position to also get, I'm hoping, to get sun. Yo, we need to, I never thought about that. Look at that. It's straight on. We're getting very little data. Let's turn and get a lot of, a lot of sunlight here. I never thought about that. Straight on with the spaceship will give you no sunlight on these solar panels. There's always a caveat to, having these solar panels versus the other solar panels, which turn in a similar direction or different direction. Can't remember, so it's probably best to have both on, or put 4 on. This side would have turned and faced the sun. So 4 would be the the best thing to do it. Okay, we are coming over the top, as I call it. Go ahead and fast forward time a little bit. We're going really slow, 52 meters per second. Time is passing, and Minmus is coming underneath us here. Okay, we are now in high orbit around Minmus. We could test and see if we've done these experiments here. Yeah, done that one. Probably low and high, so we're not. What about Pressmet baryometer? Did we get him? Yeah, we did. Okay. I want to save these for the landing. If we can't land, we'll go ahead and do them down low. There's only 4 science experiments on here. This is going to be a 210 meter per second burn to get us in orbit of Minmus. Again, I don't think we're going to have enough delta V. We might get close, but let's see. We're going to have to lose a stage here in just a moment, an empty stage. The problem was our satellite is too heavy with that Science Junior on it. I did check the weight of the Science Junior. It's 0.2 tons. So we are going to slow down if I can find Minmus. There we go. We're going to slow down. Connection, everything good. Here we go. Okay, that one's done. We have 645 delta V left. So we might be able to get down here. Add a maneuver. Let's slow down when we get down there. That'll put us in a 30 meters per second, gets us in a little orbit around Minmus. Let's F5 and save it and get down there. Warp to the maneuver node. I think that's going to stay in orbit of, yeah, Kerbal. Okay, we've got that. We've got connection, and we have the delta V. Let's get to our maneuver node here. We're going to use 30 of the delta V that we have. We have 645, so let's really get low. Let's get this down really low to the surface. Just using a little bit of thrust here. Closing that orbit down, lowering it down. Okay, looking good. We want to get closer. About within 24. We used 18 extra. So we are at 596 apparently looking like. F5 save it. Let's get on down there. See if we can get landed on Minmus. That would be just awesome. What direction are we traveling? Ooh, and we're going to be over the... Oh, we don't have a Kerbal on board. Never mind. Let's see if we get right here and make an attempt to land at the flats. We're going to attempt to land. Ooh, 26 meters. We're going to land. We're going to land. Oh, what's that, in 1 hour? We're going to have our first landing on another surface with a science probe. Minmus is easy. None was hard. And, you know, I did have a better, I don't know, I had to make an inclination change. I think we might be able to make a, I don't know. Let's go ahead and speed up time. I'm so confused. Let's go ahead and speed up time. Oh, no, 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 we're going this way. Oh, yo, sorry. Yeah. Let's see, we need to change that. If we were to slow down to a crawl here, that's 40 meters per second. We could do it. We could land. Can't we? 40 meters. That's going to give us 500 meters. Once we get to the end of our, right here, we just hit the brakes, use 500 meters to land. I think we can do it. Let's go ahead and speed up time. But what we should do, yeah, we're going to go around once more. We have to be able to send some data home, and I can't make that burn there. We will not have connection to Kerbal. We won't have a connection to Kerbal. We can't make any maneuvers if we don't have line of sight to Kerbal. So we will get into an orbit, do our 4 science experiments, send them. Oh God. Technically we need to wait until the sun is over here and Kerbal is over here. Then we can land on this side. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to get into a low orbit. Let's wait until we get connection again. We're going to lose connection here in just a minute. Lost connection. Go ahead and wait until we get connection back. Relay antennas. We need those relay antennas. Well, not necessarily. I mean, we can wait until, you know, the stars line up. Okay, we got our connection back. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll just do this manually. Get us in a low orbit here. We're at 24. We want to bring you down to 24 as well. I think this is what we want. We want to be 32 and 20. We have connection. We've done the science experiments down low, I'm assuming, yeah. Want the pressure data. Yes, we have done that. We're at 25. Oh, maybe we need to be low. We're going up again. I have to wait till we get over here. Let's go. You're at 32. We want to be below 25, I think, for this low, because that's what this one does. He comes in really low and then he goes out high. So let's go over here. We're climbing. We've got connection. We're going to lose battery charge. We go so fast around Minmus, and Minmus is so little that we will never run out of battery. So that's good. That's a 200 battery plus the controller, probe control. We're down low. What are we? We're at 24. Let's turn retrograde and burn just a little bit to keep us below. Hang on, you have to get over here to make the burn. Let's see. Let's head toward. Is that what we want to do? I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste it. So if we head toward the planet, no, that grows that shrinks that. So we want to head away from the planet, like that. That brings us to 23 and 20. Okay. It's good to have these maneuver nodes, so you don't randomly try to do stuff one way or the other. 9 meters per second. Let's go ahead. Where do we stand? 24, what's below? 22, that's good. Okay, let's do some science here real quick before we lose connection with Kerbal. 2 hot thermometers should have it. Yes, barometers should not have it. I guess we did. I don't know how. How do we get that? Did we send a science probe out here that has the barometer on it? If we do these, we can't land. So I think what we're doing is we're positioning. Where can we land? We could land here. We could land right now. We could land right now. We could hit the brakes. That's 114. And we should have connection. Let's F5 and save it, and if we don't, that'll be our bad. Would like to hit that. It should give us. It should give it to us. I mean, atmospheric bounce is what I call it. Let's hit the brakes. Go in for a landing. Okay, we've stopped in space. We've got good solar power. And we're just on the leading edge of seeing Kerbal when we get down there. Episode's going to run a little long, but let's see how we do here. Technically, we're falling straight down. I need to get into position. That way I know what's left, right, up, and down. Okay. And we'll land on the surface around here somewhere, I guess. It may turn underneath us, but we F5 and saved it up there. So we're not going to F5 and save it again. We have 450 meters per second to go. I'm just going to fall on down a little bit. If we lose connection, that is a bad thing. Let's go ahead and get centered back on here. Okay, coming in again, we're at 15,000. Falling, there is Kerbal. We have line of sight. There is the sun. We have solar power, or solar power hitting our solar panels. We're 79. This is what I'm watching. This cannot exceed that. And I'll be looking for our shadows. So we'll probably slow down when we get to 150. We'll slow down just a little bit more, just to keep us in a controlled descent. Kerbal, you better not sunset on us. Wouldn't mind landing on the flats there. I hope we continue to get our throttle up just a little bit, slow down just slightly. I don't think these mountains will do too bad with this. Watching the shadow. I think we're going to be okay. Whoops. Keep you centered there. Touchdown. We should get a world's first here. We've entered a suborbital spaceflight around Minmus. We've landed at the surface of Minmus. So we got some science experience. Let's F5 and save that. Yes. Very light touchdown on Minmus. We still have a connection with Kerbal, so we're going to go ahead and do the science experiments, and we're going to send them. I think we need 100 and, what did we say we needed? 156 for Science Junior. We have it. Let's go ahead and do it before we lose connection. Come on, come on, come on. Don't want to lose connection. Almost going to be out of battery when we get there. There we go. We're going to do a temperature reading from the surface as well. Send that one, and at the moment we do have enough for the pressure. Let's go ahead and send it. Very good. Mission accomplished. Had 256, 269 data, and this was from the lowlands. What we can do when the day comes is we can move down here to the flats or the slopes and get these experiments again. So we've got this and that from the lowlands. We should have 328, so we were looking for 300. So mission accomplished, F5, let's head back to Kerbal. And that was $15,000. It cost us $15,000 for that spaceship. This is what we want. 300. Do we want YouTube? 300, here we go. We get the seismic accelerometer. Now we have 28 data. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Leave a like, a comment especially. Thanks for watching.